Hello everybody, welcome to the Sound Test Room. Okay, so today we are taking a look at the marvelous Behringer JT-4000 micro synth polyphonic synthesizer. It's epic and it costs you less than 50 quid. Less than 50 quid, brand new, absolutely brilliant. We're going to be playing with this. So I've programmed some new sounds in here and this is one of them. I'm using the little Arturia Mini Lab 3. And I'm running this through the Eventide H90, which is a mega expensive 900 quid, around the 900 quid mark, if you want one of these now. Now, obviously, I didn't buy this. Eventide sent it to me. So there you go. There's the disclaimer, but it is an incredible pedal. So I thought, well, it'd be fun to compare extremes. So the cheapest, probably the cheapest synth, well, definitely the cheapest poly synth, I think, the Behringer JT-4000. Of course, it's all MIDI'd up, which is great. And an extremely expensive effects, which is the Eventide H90. So I've programmed some patches that suit. So here's the first one. I've called this Desert Pearl, and it uses crystals and the SP 2016 reverb. And I will set up a complete blank one as well, and we'll design a new patch sort of thing. But I'll play you a few of the different patches I've played around with. So there you go. There's your dry sound. Now, you would always put effects on synths anyway, right? So let's engage Desert Pearl, which is my preset. So just playing one note. Just lush. So we'll bypass that. Okay, so another one I specifically programmed for the particular patch. If I go to patch 19 here, which I've called JT-4000 P15, which means I can quickly find my program 15 on here, which should relate to this. There we go. Yeah, 19 H90 I've called this, so program 15. So bypassed. It's kind of a I'm going to show you some of the new features. Well, it was updated recently and it's got some really nice new it's got like a really nice new chord function added. So in this, I've got a digital delay and just a basic whole reverb. Now, I will say, of course, if you've got an iPad, I'm running all this through the iPad so you can hear the audio in me. But if you've got an iPad, of course, you can run 2, 3 or 4 algorithms side by side. And more or less, if you've got the same algorithms as in here, like the black hole and the triceratops, you can set up more or less the same type of thing. Okay, so let me just find a... So this reso pad sound. I have a patch in here and I'll find it for you called, where's it gone now? Infinity pads. Let's enter this. This is epic. So this uses one of the newer algorithms, wormhole and the space-time. If I go into perform here and then go to the, is it the next perform page? Yeah. So you have two perform pages. This warp control here, I'm using this to kind of switch the warp on. So this is the sound. Now, if I hold this momentary switch for long enough, you'll get this incredible kind of impact at the end. Let me just turn this down a little bit. So it's just bonkers cool, bonkers. Let's see. Oh, that's a really nice sound actually. So let's open up the filters. So at the moment, when no lights are on, I mean, I've done a tutorial for this, so I'll put a link in for that. But when there are no lights on, you're controlling presets. That's a nice one. I'm just going to go into my amplifier section here, scroll to the second page and turn down that release a little bit. So sustain is on full whack at like 99. I'm going to come out of this and open up the filter. Just have a look what oscillators I've got going on. So I'm going to change this first one, which is a super saw. I am going to make this into a FM. Go along to oscillator 2 here and make a PWM and then add some pulse width mod. And go into settings, and in settings, we can scroll through the settings. We've got the octave control if you're using the little keyboard, but next along we have chord, and then you have your MIDI stuff, but next along you have chord. A is enable and B is set the chord. So if I switch this on, that's an octave. The first set of chords is octave. So let me adjust the filter envelope there. Need to give it an amount as well. And some release. You'll hear this better when I adjust the filter. So now we put some cut off. Right, so we're in chord mode, right? So when you're in chord mode, trying to play polyphonically won't work because you're in chord mode, right? And at the moment it's set to octaves. So let's get back into our settings here. Look at chords. So octave, right? So if I turn it off again, I'm in poly mode. So let's turn it on and let's go through the different chord types and then we'll make a cool sound for that. So now we've got, let's see, we have octave, fourths, fifths, very nice, major, just playing one note gives you a chord. Then we have minor, then we have EDM1. Now these are really great. So it says ED1. I'm guessing they're kind of like EDM chords. And then we have ED2. So I think I'm going to stick with maybe a minor chord set. And let's scroll along. Oops, going to have to get out of that. Wait a sec. I'm going to scroll along till I find a empty patch. Here we go. Init program number 20. And it's active and there's no effects in here. So effect A is just through effect B. So to start programming on our patch, it's very easy. I'm going to press presets first. And this is for A. If I press preset again, it'll be for B. So I'll go back to A. So the first effect in the chain, if you like. But you can change the routing TZ. So first of all, we want to go, what type of effect do we want, right? So there are over 60 algorithms in here. So 60 different effect types. At the moment, when it says type and it says all, you can just scroll through all the algorithms here, all 60 of them. But if we want a particular type, so let's say, well, maybe I want let's go with the most obvious kind of one first. Let's go with a reverb. And then it will just give us the reverb algorithms in alphabetical order. Black hole, dual verb, dynaverb, hall, mangled verb, mod echo verb, plate, reverse, room, shimmer, the marvelous SP 2016 reverb, spring, tremolo verb, wormhole. I'm going to use wormhole because that's the new one. Now, once you've selected your reverb type and your reverb algorithm, using the select button, we'll scroll through the presets they've got for this. So now, you'll see that's coming in a little bit later than I like. I'm not hooked up there, so I'm going to enter parameters and you'll see the mix is 100%. So I'm going to turn that down and you'll marvelous. I'm going to scroll along a little bit long. Pre-delay is way too much for my liking on this, so I'm going to take it down. And the length is measured in light years, but it's actually the length of the reverb. So let go now. Okay, so let's go back to presets and tap for B. So, and we can go back and adjust any of these. And what type of reverb do we want for this? Maybe a pitch algorithm would be very cool. So we'll go and find pitch, and I will look for, I think, let me see, polyphony. I gotta go with polyphony and look for some. Just awesome. So let's say, well, that's cool, but maybe that's a bit much. Let's change the algorithm to, say, a SB 2016. So a dead kind of basic reverb. I'm going to put this onto fifths, because there you go. Now I'm going to adjust the parameters of because I want a little bit more reverb. Reverb type is vintage plate. Let's increase the decay. Nice. Let's go back and have a look at our polyphony now and see what else we can do with that, because you'll hear it a bit better now. Or maybe a different type of algorithm. Let's go, oh, prison shift, this is a good one. And again, we can just go in and go, well, we've got different arc rising, so minus a fourth plus a fifth. Increase the feedback for the highs and the lows, but leave the mids there. Awesome. Now, when you've created a patch that you like, it's super easy. You just press select again and you'll see a knit program, but there'll be a little asterisk by it. Long hold programs, and it'll say save programs. This is just asking you to save to a location, so that's fine. Save. And now I could name the program. I could delete this and just, I'll call it something real simple. I'll just call it, oh, I don't know. I'll call it JT. Where are we here? J, move my cursor along, J, T, and let me just go back and see what the actual program was. I'll call it JT-21 or JT. It's the program was called slow, so I could match the programs up, and you know, I know I've got a reference to what goes with what sort of thing. But of course, you can use them with anything. But I'll just call this JT-4000. Oh, hang on a minute. Don't want to do that. Yeah. Come on. Dear. With whole numbers, Doug. Got to remember. Right, so enter. And it's program 21 in it, so super easy. You get the idea anyway. Program 21, and then hit save program, and you're golden, you're in. So if we go back to say this one, which was another one, but we'll use the same. Or maybe this one. Right, I'm going to come out of ARP mode now, so just turn it off. And let's find another preset. It's another one I messed with. So I'll play you a couple of, all right, this is one I did for Colin. Well, it was, and then I asked him what would go good with that, and he said a flanger, and I'm using instant flanger. But like we could say, well, let's change that instant flanger. Let's go with presets here. We can either change the wormhole or the instant flanger, and maybe go, well, I'm gonna look for modulation, look for instant phaser. We've got instant flanger, instant phaser. So let's try that. Let's go into parameters for the phaser, and let's go and find our speed. Just awesome. And then you could save that as well if you wanted to. See, I've made adjustments, but what's this one? Bloom. Change our preset. So the sound dry. Let's get the release going a bit. Or actually, I know. let's set an ARP up. So ARP, I'm going to go into ARP mode, switch this to ARP, and then what I need to do is go into settings here, and let's just make sure. I can never use the ARP, so let's try to remember how to actually set it up. So a way to do this. Let me just, I'll turn hold on anyway. Let me just find out how my ARP works first. So ARP, and then, what is it now? It's in, is it in key? That's weird. I thought I can't, do you know what? Yeah, ARP is set. Oh, wait. I think I need this to be set to internal MIDI, I think. Just let me sort this out. So, I think, did I have this set for, I can't remember how I had this set now. Although it doesn't really matter. Trigger, no, that's not right. Thank you. Okay, I'm not gonna mess around with it because it'll take too much time. But yeah, we won't bother with the ARP. Obviously, I'm gonna switch it back to keys. I think it's because I've changed some settings somewhere. Anyway, I'm sure someone will mention that in the thing. Anyway, look. Before I go, if you've watched this via Premiere, thanks very much. Much appreciated. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to strike the like, subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'm going to blast through a bunch of presets for you. And yeah. So... oh, I do like me Infinity Pads one. I'll see you guys later. I'll figure out the ARP and get back to you. I wonder just quickly if it's because, let me go to ARP. I wonder if it's because this is yeah, I'm not sure about this. I'm just going to have to, I think it's because it's not that I've changed anything in here, but because it's receiving, because it's plugged into my iPad, I think the iPad is controlling the actual ARP. So there's only one more thing I can try for this. Let me just switch the transport on my iPad. I can find it. And so there we go. What I've done, right, is in a previous video, and I'll leave this unedited because it's important. What I've done in a previous video is set this up with the iPad to be controlled by a sequencer. So I have to have my transport running in AUM, which is this is going through. Now I can go into, let me just make sure I'm all done. Yeah, you see, USB, and I'm going to go into settings and switch hold on, and now I can just let it play. It's always good to try and figure out the problem right now. Very nice. Different types of harp. Down, up and down. Resolution. Swing. Let's leave it at that. And the BPM is 88.9 in AUM, so I'd have to change the speed. All I need to do is increase the tempo in AUM. Sorted. Right, now let's make a fresh patch before I go. Oh, this one. We just stop that a sec. This one, where is it now? I made this patch yesterday, and it's called where is it? Upset the Swarm. So check this out. This is fun. I'll just play one note. Don't forget I'm on hold. I thought because it sounded like a swarm of bees. Right. Let's choose some new patches. Maybe this is the Weed Whacker algorithm. And some shimmer verb to finish off. Let's put a different algorithm in here. Phaser. Like that. Let's go back to me shimmer. Awesome. See you later.